Yeah, so I'll share my screen. Okay, so I'll join this one. That's union. I don't know. So there's another type of join, right? Which is or another way of joining tables, not a type of join. So it's another way of joining tables. Union. Sorry about that. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, so I would join this, right? And it's to join with the so we can see that I joined with the we join with the name, right? So you join with the name. We can also join it with the financials ID. So if you remember in last class, I was trying to explain something. I changed the name to IS instead of ID. So you can see that here the one for the overview is holding in it has ID instead of IS. I was just trying to explain like that is because Tableau is intelligent. That's why it picked that field. So when you are joining two tables, there must be a common field that can allow you to join those tables. If there's no common field, then the table will not be able to join. So now there is the union. So I'll just quickly show us what that is like quickly, just for us to understand that. So I'll just open maybe just an empty Excel sheet and just try to explain how that works. So let's assume that I have a table and this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. And I have another table. I have X, Y, Z, probably a and a B. And I want to put these two together. So let's assume I have say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 here. I probably have like say maybe colors. Maybe colors. Let maybe colors. Maybe colors on this. Say red, blue. Let me just put color in instead. So blue, brown, and white. Yeah, and here I have like age. 23, 22, 23, 24, right? And I have this, maybe I have, say 4, no, say 5, I have 5, 6, 7, and 8. And maybe a color also. Age, maybe
Maybe height.
okay, height, maybe height. Yeah. Let's just leave height. so that we don't complicate things. Then, okay, maybe I use blue. Maybe there's a color called cream. I use cream. I use black, and I use purple. Okay, age. Say 20, 21, 23, and 19. Right, and the height. Or let's put this is 6.2. Okay, so union, if you are going to do union, if you are going to union these two, right? What union does is it brings the table together. So to continue the table 1, 2, 3, 4, continue 5, 6, then bring this height into the setting. So it's not particularly like it's I don't know whether to call it a type of join, but the way it works is different. So the way it works is different. It's kind of like maybe you have, I don't even know, maybe if you have like a similar table, but I don't even think you can union it if there is height there. So let me remove this first. So I'm thinking, so I think you have to the entire column. So I think it has to be something like this. Then you can now union it together. So it comes with different, or maybe he allows it. He allows for the height. You just give it none or something like that. So it's like you are bringing two tables together, um, just to complete one another, just to maybe to complement one another basically. So it's not it's not a it's different from what do you call it? It's different, but that's what union is like. It's different from join. You can see the union different from join. So, anyways, so this is what we had the last time, and I said something. I said that you are talking about this profits. That if you want to have like a profit every year, we want to know how the profits like every year. And I told you that the only way we can do that is if we pivot it, right? So let's see. So we have profit here. So what happens here is it shows the field. So it's saying that you're going to select multiple fields. So now what I'll be doing is I'll probably be selecting this 2015. So I can do that here. So I can select, hold on, I select 2015, 2014, and 2013, and I pivot them, right?
Sorry, Ayo. Please, how are you selecting them? Are you holding down the shift
So
key?
I'm holding down control.
Just control.
I just control.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see same pivot value. So you can see that the few that was pivoted, it pivoted 2013,000 and whatever. And this is the profit, pivoted value. So we can call this, we can rename this, right? We rename this, we call it profit. This one, because I will not go through like this one, what I'll just name it, rename. I'll just name it what? Year of profit. Because we already have 1 year before, I don't want to confuse myself. So I name it year of profit. So likewise, I can do the same for every of the um every of the the revenue. I can do it for revenue, I can do it for expenses, I can do it for other things. I can do that. So I can do that for expense, I can do that for growth also. So, but just that. So what I'll just do is, are we all here where I am now?
Shall I want to ask a question before you move, please.
Okay.
The result of the profit that you are that is showing on that profit now, is it per per company?
Yeah,
So
going to be
that
the
is 2013 profit of a company
So
now.
okay, now look at you see this employee 25. You see that duplicate 25. So you're saying for this particular service provider, this one, look at. So if I look through, you see this name, overease or something. So
Okay.
if you look at the software, you see it's the same thing, 2006. You can see year, employee, no, sorry, number of the year founded, the year of the number of employees, the state, the city. You can see it has duplicated it. So it's saying for 2013 profit, this is it. For 2014 profit, this is it. For 2015 profit, this is it. So that's what pivot does. It duplicates it.
Okay.
So you now have a column that is called year. So, but because I have year of, okay, I can just put, instead of saying year of profit, I can just rename it and call it year rather than year of. I thought that was named year. So I'll just remove that. So I'll keep it as year and profit. So those are the things. So of course, this year of profit, this extra profit that is in front of it, I don't want it there, but I'm thinking of how I would correct that, because normally what I would have done is that instead of having year of profit, so before, before I pivoted, what I could have done was I could have changed that profit, that year of profit. You saying 2015 growth, I could have changed it to just growth rather than 2015 growth. Do you understand? So sorry, instead of putting 2015, I just into 2015, 2000 and for profit. So then it pivots it. So I can undo that and just show you what I mean. So what I'm saying is this.
But if you do it like that, we're going to be having a lot of 2015 then.
Hold on. So that you understand what I'm saying. It's not as so now what I'm saying is that you see this profit now. What I'll just do is I'll rename it. So rename and I call it 2015. Because I'm the one working on it, I know it's profit. That I'm talking that I've changed to 2015. Do you
Okay.
understand? So I'm working on this. I know that this 2014 is profit, right? And I go to the last one, which is 2013. Majeba, leave that with me. So this is 2013. So now I can highlight all these guys. 2004, 2013, 2000, sorry, 2013, 2014, and 2015. And I will just pivot it. So I right click or I click the drop down, or I can do it from this side, from the left, this part. I can do it from that. I can do it from any of the typed. So now I've clicked the pivot and you see it, I brought it here. So what I'll just do is I'll rename it. I'll rename it. And I would name it profit. And I'll rename this one year. So can you see what we have now? So we have the year and the profit, right? So what I'll just do now is this. I would change. So I can use this one. I can change it to date instead of using the spring. So it will be date, right? Then this one, what I will do is this. Okay, I'll do that later within this stuff. So we'll just keep it like this. So we'll just go into the data now, right? So are we all where I am?
But that date now is not showing only year. It's showing month and day.
Don't worry. I can always play around with that. You understand? So just don't worry about that. So so because it's seeing, so what it's seeing is picking the first month and the first day and the first. So first day, first month, and the year. Do you understand? Because all I did was I fed it here. Do you get? But because I clicked it, it would, if I put date and time, you see what it will do. So it will put time in front. Can you see? So don't worry, we would get there. So are we here?
Yes, I guess.
You guess. Okay, let me see. Guys, Babajide, Body, you are the one that asked for this. Are you,
Yeah.
are
Me,
you
normally I don't like to
like,
when in class I don't like to view. I
okay,
just want to see. Then
okay,
I'll
okay,
practice later. Yes.
okay, no problem. Okay, just let me know that you're following, please. So I'll
I'm
click on
following,
sheet
sir.
now. Yeah, so I'll click on sheet now, right? So when I click on sheet now, what I have is I have that year, the one I just created, right? So I can put that on, on the column or row or wherever. So that's the year. I can put it on row, I can put it on column, and I can bring in that profit. I can put it on. You can see. But ah,
So this
this
is
is
for
not
which company now?
this is not what I wanted to do. So this is not what I wanted to do. So first, this is for this is all the profit of all the company, right? This is for all the company, right? At the moment. So in relation to, okay, yeah, so this is for all the company at the moment. So that's, we have the year and so, but if we want to do for the company now, where is company?
Name.
So it's a lot. So you see, this is the profit sum for. So wait, just hold on. So I want to see something. Uh, oh, give me a moment, please. So give me a moment, please. Okay. So hmm, okay. So sorry. Just close this. Okay, yeah. So we have the profit, we have the company, no? That's not what I'm trying to do. Uh,
So this one you did now, sir, is useful if you are to check the total profits of that company for those 3 years as against the other companies. The cumulative.
yeah, but what I'm trying to now do is, what we want to do is we want to check the profit
You
per
want to
year
make comparison. Yes.
to make comparison. So yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if so wait, I have the year. Let me see what I can do. So the company, where's the company now? Name. So it's let me see. So that's so okay with so the profit. Yes. Um, okay. Let's see. Yeah. So just I'm trying to okay. So what I'm trying to do now is this. We can see that we have the year and we have the year for each. So I'm trying to we have the year for each company, right? This 2013, this is 2014, and this 2015. And we have the profit for each year for each company. But I'm trying to get it to be on the same. That's not happening. Mm, If I use line, what it's just doing is giving me like a dot. Doesn't um doesn't connect. So I can't use that. I can't use this. I can't use this chart to show it to show what I'm showing. Let's see. So what I can just do is let me try and do something. See, make profit. Let me see. See. Okay, so what I've done here, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to do here or what I'm showing. So we have the year, we have pivoted the profit, and we have the different profit for different years. And now these are the different companies. So if I want to look at the profit in relation to a particular company, this is it. But what you are asking me is you want to have like a line graph that the years are underneath one another. And that's what I'm trying to do, but does not seem to. Just give me a moment, please. Maybe it's me that is causing the problem for myself. But let me change this back to a string to change it back to what it was. Let me. So we have the name of the company, right? Right, and we have the against the profit, right? And we need the year. So it's still doing the same thing, but and if I try to do it in line. So what's happening is I think it's still the same thing that's happening, right? Uh, so it's still the same thing that's happening. So what is happening is that it's tying that it's tying the profits to all the companies. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? It's tying all the profit to all the companies, and that's why it's reading it as one. It's reading it this way. Um, Let me see.
But what is that not what we want? What we wanted to achieve?
And not this way, right? I want to achieve it in a better way. Something that you can compare. Like if you give this to someone, they can't really make sense of it.
I know, but the line one.
You can't still make sense of it because we are not fine. What I'm doing, I'm not doing this profit in relation to the net. See, look at the way it's showing now. Yeah. If I show you the line, if I put the line, the way it has done it is that it's giving me. So so that you see what it has done. So what it's doing now is doing profit in relation to the different companies. Now, I don't really care about this pattern because this company does not have anything to do with this company. It doesn't have anything to do with this company. This next company has nothing to do with this company. But what we want to know is in relation to the company, in relation to the year. So let us assume that I want to find out about this first company. So what I want to find out about this first company is the profit, and the profit for each year for this company alone. I don't need it to I don't need it to give me. So I need a line chart that will do that.
Yeah, just for
You understand?
one single company.
For one single company. Exactly. So
Is that not what filter is supposed to do?
and no, even if I filter it, it's still not giving me the way I want it to be done. So I don't know how best to explain this. So okay, you see, let me remove this from there. Let me put expense there so you understand what I'm saying. Oh, um, so okay, you know how uh, let me see name, and we had say expense. Okay, this was what it was given before. No, this was not what. This is not what I. It's not. um, Um, so but it's not what it's not the visualization I want to get, but um it's not the visualization I actually want to get, but uh, yes,
So
we can
if
use
we
Can we try
can we
using industry to do it to see?
you
Because
say what?
impressively, can we try using industry instead of the name of the company to reduce the
And
number of information?
even the industry doesn't matter, it doesn't still do what I want to do. So yeah, so it doesn't still give me what I want to. Okay, so
so the filter, when if we use filter and remove the companies we don't need and have a list of maybe one company, for example, we just do one company and put
okay,
it there.
I think I made a mistake. I think it's good. Don't worry. I think we are fine. So this is what I was. So what happened was I divided it, right? I broke it further. So what I should have done is this. So I'll just remove this industry here and I put the name.
Name.
So yeah. So this is what we are supposed to do. So you see now for each of the companies. Sorry to cut you guys. sorry to cut you guys your feedback. So you can see at every point, this is 2010, this is 2013, this 2014, and this 2015. So for each of these profits, so let me see if I change the direction. This is not good. So I can now put in my filter now, right? I can put filter. I can drag name into filter and say what? Apply. And I'll say okay. And I'll click on this drop down here. And I'll say what? I'll say show filter. It will show the filter. I'll click on this drop down and I can give it I can say I want it to be a drop down, right? So I want it to be a drop down. So it's a drop down. So I can click here and I look for a company or just type in the name of the company. Say for example, if maybe the company starts with a D, it will bring out the companies with D. I don't think there's any D. It's D, okay, DE. So it's to bring out DE and whatever.
Let's check for Randler.
How do we spell that Randler?
Roundla.
RO.
Yes, round.
Okay.
Abi, I hope I'm right.
Okay. That's
Yes.
so yeah. So we have profit. So you see different years. So we have 2000 and so I can do something to this. Let's see if I can change. No, not yet. Let's see.
Please, where did you click to get show filter?
So
Where
yeah,
did you click to give show filter?
you click this drop down here, and you see show filter. Can you see? Did you get it now?
I'm still trying to do the filter. I don't know why the thing is not working.
So all you do is drag name and put it on filters,
That's what I'm doing.
and it does not work still.
It just brings up the card, the
So hold on.
the box for me.
Yes. So if you drop name of filter, it will bring out this box, and
Yeah.
it says so. Yeah, it says select from this list. So you can just say use all. It doesn't matter. Or select from the list.
Okay.
Yeah, so all you can say none all. So when you say all, it will apply. You apply it, or just say okay. It comes, you see it here. Then you
Okay.
click the drop down, and you now say show filter.
Show filter.
Then when you are done that, I said instead of having this long list, you can ask it to do what? To use single value drop down.
Single
And we
value.
said we look for
Round.
yeah. So that's the company that I'm looking for. And then you can now play around with it. But I'm trying to see how I can adjust these dates. So let me see. So I want to see, can we edit? Let me see if I edit this area. So maybe to change for everyone. So I'm trying to edit the areas. Let's see.
That's good.
Edit the areas. So every time it sees this, it gives you as 2005. So let me see if I change it to something else. Yeah, it has retained it. So this is that as regards to this.
So let's see it in bar chart.
And bar chart. Okay. Bar chart will give something like this.
Okay.
And like I said, we can edit it further.
Yeah.
So this can be one of, so if you want to do this, you can you can do this also. So, but like I said, it requires you to pivot. It requires
Yeah.
experience. It depends on what you want to work on, what you want to show. And like I said, like we did for profit now, you can do for expense, you can do for revenue, you can do for growth. Right.
This is good for seeing the progress of the company over the years.
If you want to look further, right? If you want to look further into that company, you can now decide that, okay, since you have done that first analysis that I've done, okay, now we want to even now look further into that company and see what's going on. You can look at the profit, you can look at the expense very well. You can study it very well. And you can look at the growth. Revenue really is what they call it is expense plus
Profit.
profit, right? So that's what revenue is. So you don't really need to check the revenue. Just so that's that. And you can start editing this. Like for example, you can format this. I don't want to see the what's that? Hide field column. No, no. Okay. We are dealing with profit. So up somewhere up here, you want to write that you are dealing with profit. So you say profit. Be so you can say maybe profits trajectory. If you have something like this, and just you know, it's still the same. I just use it's still the same process. Add that, play around with this. As I already put profit up there, I don't need to put profit in the stuff, and I can fix this. I can make this one say uh, 5 million. You know, I can remove this profit that's showing there. Then I can, just do some additional editing, move all these lines, and put the background. Depends. I can change the color. Maybe I want a different color. I want a different color there. And if, for example, there's something I can do, so I can put profit on color. So what does it do? It uses the color, you see, the change in color. You get. Let me see if I use bar. You can see the line, but it's going from light blue to dark blue, right? So if I put the bar, it's going from light blue to dark blue. And from this also, you can do a pie, right? What's going to be the angle? The angle will probably be the profit, right? And what will be so we can do a pie from this. So first, so if we pick this one, it does the pie. So we have what 2014 and 2015. So we can see the pie chart of it. So let me undo. So that I think I've shown us this thing before. So I said the pie. So if I click on pie now, it shows you the different is on pie. So first you have to know the size. So the size of the stuff is going to be the profit. Then the angle will be the profit. Um, um, so okay, we have the three different years for the pie chart. So we have year 2015, 2015, 2013, and 2014. Now, if we put to know the exact angle that it will be, since it's profit, we have to bring it to the angle. Then it brings it to this. So we have that, and we can go and the size. So we can go ahead to. I don't know why. Wait, let me paste this. Otherwise, giving. So you can see my problem, what I'm saying here. So this extra, what is this 2000? Okay, yeah. This 2013, this 2014, and this 2015. So we can label it, we can use angle. So if we want to use angle, what we just do is we just change this one. We can put profit on label. Right. Now we put profit on label, and label, what you can do is come to label and change label to, you just do quick calculation and do percentage of total. So it gives you percentage. So 1%, 16%, and this percent. So you can also have a pie chart, and I just reduce the size of the pie chart. And if you remember, I told you how to do a donut chart. So if it's donut chart you want to do. And if you want to change the color, you can change the color pattern that you want. So if you can assign palette, you can just maybe come here, assign palette, and apply it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you want to choose it by yourself, you can choose it by yourself. But I won't. So this other chart that you can use for that, for this, just to show this. And you can also go with the line. But if I'm using the line, yeah, so you can go with the line also, which does a very good job also. So this is how you do that as regards to that. So yeah. So do you have any other question? Yeah. So most times this explains this what I've done now lets you understand that most times I have practiced maybe a little before I come to show you. So sometimes yes, I understand what I want to do in my head, but I have to play around with it to know, to get it right. So you see, I was playing around with it till I got it right. So sometimes for you, when I come to teach you, it's like because it comes out easy, like it's easy for me. No, it's not easy for me. Maybe I have an idea in my head and I'm trying to think of it. But because it's not every time that yeah, I have an idea in my head and it's not, I have to practice it, practice it, practice it. So do we all understand what I've shown us so far?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So do we have any other questions? So I've shown you the pivot. I don't know if we have any other question in regards to
Yes, I
Sorry,
have
sir.
two
What I wanted to ask, is that if I have a data that is very maybe that I need to clean, can I actually clean it in Tableau, or I have to clean it in maybe Excel and now load it in Tableau?
So what I would say is this. What I'll say is this. It's best to clean your data on on Excel. It's not that you cannot clean your data on Tableau. You can, but Tableau is not ready for data cleaning. There's what they call Tableau prep. And you have to learn that one. You have to learn that. So Tableau prep is almost like Power Query. It's similar to it. So it's similar to it. So you can clean data there, but it's always good to do it on because Tableau prep is not free. You pay for it, and you'd also need to use it appropriately. You also need Tableau server. You need Tableau prep, Tableau server or Tableau cloud, and those things too are not free. You have to pay for them, and they are not even free for students. You have to pay for it. If you understand what I mean. So it's best to just clean your data in Excel or clean it on SQL. Those ones are free. But it depends on the company that you're working in. If you're working in a company and you're using Tableau, and your work is visualization, they will not expect you to clean any data. What they will send to you is a cleaned data. Do you understand? So you can be working, you can get a job. I'm sure you're applying for jobs. You can get a job and maybe you get that job and you are even a data engineer. They will train you. So most of what you'll be doing is probably just publishing data, or building the back end. Building the back end. And or maybe what you are doing is you are cleaning data and you clean the data, you clean the data and you send it to the people that need the data. So let's say, for example, imagine that you work in the registry department of a university. And the registry department, you work in the data um, team. Yeah, you work with the data team in the registry department. Now, there are a lot of data that will be in the registry, right? And the data, example of data that can be in a university registry is number one, it could be data in relation to the staff, data in relation to the students, data in relation to um, now if you take data in relation to the staff, data in relation to the staff, their addresses, their their what could they have of the staff? Their addresses, their phone numbers, there are so many things, their salary, their everything
Rental
about that staff.
status.
Yeah, everything about that staff is there. Now, a student, so everything about the student is there. His parents, even his guardian, his academic results, everything. So now, if you as a data, maybe you as a or in another department, not registry now, or maybe still in registry, you want to give maybe academic planning, or someone in academic planning, you're not in registry, maybe a data analyst in academic planning a data analyst in academic planning wants to build an analysis or wants to build a visualization that shows the performance of students and staff. You see, if you're able to build a visualization that show the performance of students and staff, you will need to get the data from somewhere. So you need to get it from registry because the academic and physical plan does not have the data. So you have to get it from registry. So now the person in registry, you say the person, these are the things that I need to get this visualization. So the person might need maybe in each department, you will need the courses that are being taken, the lecturer, the result, the scores per course, and things like that. So you can do an average of the score. You can do an average of the. You can do an average of the school. You can do top score. You can do so many things. You can do staff-student ratio. You can do so many things with that data. So, but the data that is required needs to be passed on from the registry. So there will be someone on someone on the data team that would have to write a code to bring out all this data that we're talking about. So you have to write a code that will bring out all this data. So yeah, most likely they are using SQL or using a different. There are so many other. It could be Oracle, it could be whatever. It could be Python. So you are writing a code to bring out this data. So when you bring out the data, they now send it to you. So they send it to you, then you will now build the visualization. You don't care where the data is coming from. Boys, they brought the data to you. They have gotten that data, they have cleaned it, and they've sent it to you. When they send it to you, look at it. Oh, is this the correct data? Is this what I need? Oh, okay. Yes, I've gotten all these things, but I need additional something. You send it, they send it to you. So that's where you first, the data you get, you look at it. Okay, can it build the visualization that they're asking for? Okay, is it clean? Is it okay? Before you go ahead. Sorry, excuse me. So that's that as regards to that.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so I was just thinking, are there certain situations or conditions where you have to use either of the marks, like either of is are there conditions where you use a line or a pie or a bar, or you just keep trying things until you get something that fits you feel is comfortable or is okay?
Yeah, so there is no okay, so let me put it this way. There are different visualization. And for example, a pie chart, say this is a pie chart. Let's assume the variables are more than 3. You see these variables are 3. Let's say the variables are like 20. If you use the pie chart, it will not really make sense. Why do I say it will not make sense? Because it will not make sense because it will be too much. They won't be able to see it. So sometimes you use a certain kind of visualization due to the number of variables you have. That's one way. That's one. That's one. Secondly, you don't want it to be monotonous. You don't want to have just one kind of visualization everywhere. So you have to manage in a way that you use different visualization. And there are some visualization that better explains what you are trying to show. Like, for example, this thing I'm trying to do now, if I'll do it, I'll not use a pie chart. I'll either use a line or a bar chart because it is more visible. You can see even the trend. So this one shows us, okay, it shows us how it breaks it down to that, but it doesn't, I can't really see the trend. I have to, me looking at it, I have to think. But this one, I don't have to think, I'm just seeing it. I've seen it 2000, I've seen it 2013, 2015. I've seen the line. I can see that it's increasing. The profit is increasing. But this one, I still have to come and put something here. Oh, this 2015. Oh, this 2014. Oh, this 2010. Or I have to look up here. I say, okay, blue, deep blue is okay. Or what is it called? Is it deep? Is it deep? Is it gray? Gray. I'm looking at gray. Okay, 2013 gray. I'm looking at light gray. But this one is just there in front of me. So sometimes that's why you see line, especially when you are trying to show trend, it's good to use line. Bar too can also show trend. But if you are going to use bar to show trend, it has to be that being an order. If not, you might not see it well. So yes, sometimes what you are trying to what do you call it, the information you are trying to pass across might sometimes determine the type of visualization you use, or the amount of variables that are involved will determine the visualization to use. See, what you're trying to see is what you're trying to do is that whoever you're going to give your visualization to, the person does not need to call you over the phone for you to be explained. When the person look at it, they understand. So you do it, you use the visualization, you make it as simple as possible for the person to understand. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so then these cards, these marks, these cards here, these marks that they are very useful. So get used to them. Right.
Okay. So another question I want to ask is, so because we want to assume that we're already working,
Yeah.
but we also need to make reference to companies, and I think you're in a better position to answer me. So let's assume I'm working in a company and I'm not the only data analyst there. So let's say I have a lead or I have a manager that I report to.
Okay.
When the management has requested for a particular analysis, so let's say maybe they want to see the sales performance of the company or the service performance of the company or the customer analysis of the company. And definitely, I'm not the one in the meeting when it was communicated. My manager was the one there.
Yeah.
So how did that communicate it down to me? Will he just come to say management is requesting for sales analysis, get the data from the data manager, or will he say, okay, management has requested for sales analysis, this is what they want to see in the analysis?
Okay. So if let me answer that question. If I get you right, what you're asking is the pattern in which information is being passed across and how they check that the work is being done, or who would they would delegate the work to, or things like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So every company, so that would differ from company to company. But according to what you have been taught on Blue Sky Citadel, we have been taught the agile method, right? So if you are being taught the agile method, you know that you are working in a team and everybody has a role that they are playing. Now, if you say you have a data lead, so if you are in a data team, most likely the data lead will act as a BA, right? So the data lead will act as a BA, will get the data that is required. I'm sorry, you get the, what do you call it, the stories, You get, you will get the information and write the stories,
Okay.
right? When they write the stories, now just like the stories that they read in all these your meetings, when they, when you guys join the meeting, those stories, they will have acceptance criteria, what they want to see. You understand?
Okay.
So all you guys will have a meeting. So if the lead DA gets the information,
Did you say DA or BA?
so the lead DA,
The lead DA, okay.
yeah, the lead data analyst. Like I said the data analyst will act as a BA. I'm not saying the person is a BA, but he will act as a
As a
BA.
BA, yes.
Yeah, he will act as a BA. So he would get, when he gets this information, now he will put them into writing, right? So if you are using, if for example you are using the agile method, the person will put them into writing, or the scrum to be the scrum methodology to be specific. So the person will write it down, right? Will write it down, and they'll probably be using one of all these project management tools, or all these agile tools. So say for example they are using like I think on Blue Sky they are being taught
They're
how to
using
do this.
Agile Develop.
Yeah, for example, yeah. So they will have, so there they will assign the role to different people. So you assign the role to different people. We are listening to you assign the role to different people, and then you guys will carry on from there.
Okay. Now. Okay.
And there will be like, and also, so in some offices, right? They might not use that. They might not just be using that. They might use also Tableau, because if, for example, your company is working with Tableau, and you're using Tableau Desktop or Tableau Prep, you can assign tasks to people on those tools
Oh,
on the cloud, on Tableau Cloud, on Tableau.
okay.
I can write something to you. I say, okay, who am I speaking with right now?
Is Adolisa.
Okay, Adilisa, I can say, Adilisa, check this. Oh, I found out this. Why don't you look into it? I can write a message. There is chat for people to, to to carry out tasks on Tableau desktop. No, sorry, on Tableau server and Tableau cloud. So that's if your company is using Tableau server and Tableau cloud. So it allows you, and you get a mail directly because you must be registered. So if someone, you get a mail directly telling you that they have, just like you get mails when you are using Azure DevOps. If
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
sends you something, you get a mail. You get a mail also. So different companies have different tools that they use.
Okay.
So it depends, yeah. So it depends.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you are working, anytime they tell you anything verbally or anything, write it and write a mail back to the person confirming it. So let's say, for example, I meet you on the corridor and I tell you, oh, do this, do that, do that. You can write a mail to me that, oh, as discussed earlier, you said this. Confirm if this is accurate.
If this is what you want, okay.
Yeah, because sometimes they can tell you that they said this, and it's informal. It's not documented. It's informal discussion. So they will not tell you. You will not go and do it. You now say that the person will not come and tell you that the person he did not say that. What proof do you have?
All right.
So yeah. So every time they tell you something, anybody tells you anything, or you have a private meeting with someone, write a mail telling, reporting that thing. Oh, when we met earlier, you said this. Please confirm that this is accurate. So it's documented. So that's an important practice at work. Very important.
Okay. Sorry. If I remember vividly, you said this is going to be our last class, right?
By God's grace.
Oh. Okay. So another question. So I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. Sorry.
Well,
I have question too.
I know that I was about to say that, but they raised the sound. So yeah, but yeah, let's hear you. What?
Another question I want to ask is it okay for you to give us interview questions we are to expect in Tableau?
I can't. I see what I can do is so I think they do like interview stuff for you guys, don't they?
Yeah, I have not
Yes.
done that yet.
Mm, yeah. So they
And I
do.
don't know if it is going to be specific to our rules. I don't know.
It should be. If it's not, raise your hand and complain or something. So what I know that they do is this. If you get an interview, they do verbal interview and they do like um
The
the
practical.
the practical interview.
There is
So
the
sometimes
practical I'm asking for.
the practical they can tell you, they can give you a data set and give you like maybe a week or 2 weeks to submit.
Okay.
Sometimes they can be there and there, they tell you to or they tell you what maybe you're doing SQL, they tell you to write the query to do something. And they will tell you to write the query right there. So it depends on what you're actually doing.
Okay.
But if you have task and that is something that you have to do, maybe you have to do in a week or 2 weeks, I can have a look at it with you.
No, I don't have any.
I'm just telling you that's on a personal level. I can just have a look at it with you.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you for that.
yeah.
But sir, how do we get to you? How do we get to you, sir?
Telegram now.
Telegram.
Telegram, okay. The last message I sent to you is still on red.
No, I've read it now. Have I not read it? I read it. I replied to you.
You have not read it, sir. And
Ah,
that's the question I want. That's the question I want to ask now. I sent you my dashboard,
ah,
and
I'm just
sir, you have opened it.
opening it here.
Okay. So if I have interview tomorrow or next week, I send it to you. Maybe it's next month.
No, you call me, call. If
You.
I don't check it,
Why do
call
we
me. No,
call you? That's the question.
you call me
Because
on Telegram now.
you were not even online. I
No,
mean, it
call
did
me.
not deliver to you.
No, call me on Telegram. It doesn't mean I will get it. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. All
Hmm.
right, sir.
Let me tell you. Let me
So
explain something to you. You see that Telegram? I'm on so many group on that Telegram that it used to annoy me. Because when my phone does boom boom boom, I just be angry. Like, and you can be sending message constantly, pra 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 pra. Like at 1 a.m. I'll be getting like different messages on my Telegram, like what's going on.
mm,
So it's kind of on mute.
mm.
But yeah, but I like this your dashboard, it's really beautiful. Have you done data
Please,
analysis
can
somewhere?
you share it? Bless you.
Guy, no share anything. No, they don't laugh
Ode
me.
has been hiding his dashboard for a long
Which
time.
dashboard? Maybe you saw it now. If you
Mhm.
if you see Adaolisa Sarah Paradise dashboard, now fire. I
Yeah,
don't know
see
whether
my
they have
dashboard now.
I don't know
Yeah.
whether they have extra class with those people.
I don't have social class with anybody.
Ah.
But people are
But
doing
they
me
are beg.
proud.
Did they learn these things from the same class?
You people are doing
Hmm.
me proud.
Ah.
I like this your dashboard, sha. Anyways, it's really nice.
You
I
see,
like
but you see your life.
Of course, what do you expect from somebody who don't know anything before? The last time I showed
They
him
said your
doing
dashboard is
something,
nice. You're
he
still
said,
pulling yourself down.
he,
Calm down.
okay,
it's just been up.
thank God,
Don't mind you.
thank you.
It's just been up.
So, sir, the question
Yeah,
is during the last presentation,
yeah.
and this was commented on both Team Binary and Team Agile, that you remember when Mary was saying it, that this our dashboard is too crowded, that we should, if it's one visualization we want to show, we show it and then move to the next one. We can have as many dashboards as possible. But you taught us that it would also be nice. It would be nice if we have dashboard, one dashboard that captures everything. That's why we have this analysis on one side, that analysis on the other side, and just show everything. So I want to ask, what is the standard in the place of work? Is there a standard or what is?
It depends on your place of work. So most places of work you already have a template. So the way I work is this. I do a general overview, like what you have done. I have done a general overview. What I see that I have done is that I have done the investment blueprint. You have done that one, and you have gone on to say to give us the top 10 with the highest return, recommended companies that have given us the companies growth rate comparison you have given us, right? You have given us. Now, if I now want to go further to now start looking at other things, I can now say, okay, I'm going further to look at that. This next dashboard is going to look at just one thing. And the one thing can be maybe this company that we are looking at on the screen right here. It can be the profit, it can be the expense, and it can be the growth rate
Okay.
in the next dashboard. So it's looking at in-depth on one thing.
Okay.
But when I first collect the first dashboard, I want to see is a general overview. So the general overview, this one itself, there should be a dashboard that should come before this. That one should show, okay, maybe you can tell us maybe year the companies were founded, all those general information.
Okay.
And then this one can now enter. But because of the class, this is not a lot of this is not a lot of things on the dashboard. A lot of things is not going on. In fact, a lot of things is not going on this dashboard. A lot of things, you have just 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 visualization. That's not too much. 4 is okay. 5 is okay. 6 is okay. When it's getting to more than 6, then maybe it might be too much. But 6 is okay.
Okay.
6 is okay. The problem is like this one now. You're showing what are you showing? You're showing top 10 companies with the highest return in investment. The top 10. You understand? You're not showing much. The other one is showing, the companies that you have recommended. The other one is showing the comparison of growth. So it's not but what you want to ensure is that whatever is in the dashboard, they should all, like this one now, everything on this dashboard is not relating together exactly. Like let us say, for example, you are giving us recommended company for investment 2016, guide, expense, and profit. You can tell us like the top 10 could be top 10, maybe top 10 with the highest or with the lowest expense. Top 10 with the lowest, so top 10 with the lowest expense, top 10 with the highest profit. You see, this is in relation to the work that they have given you.
Yes, sir.
We just did all these ones random.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can do that in relation to the work that they're giving you. And you come to the company, the growth rate. This growth rate now, I don't like how you have done it because I can't really compare it. So I want to see you to overlap it. So I want to see like a dual axis, and I want to see a bar and a line, or a bar and a dot, or a bar and, okay, so let me show you something now quickly. So I'll just for the sake of this class, so just for the sake of this class, I'll just show some. So there are other ways to do dual axis, rather than using just line. And so let me just show us that. So the thing, it will not really work well because the thing is not correct. So I can use a Gantt instead, and I can make this one smaller so I can see the Gantt. You can see it's just below down here. It's very low, self down here. Can you see it? So you can see the line, and I can give it a different color. Maybe for now, let's mm, yeah, like this. So so let me do something. Let me just remove this from. So you can see the color. So something like this. Let's assume that these grants can also be a type of comparison, right? Do you understand what I mean? So instead of having the line, this line can have the GANs, and the GANs can be good, especially for let me see if I can load the data. Let me go to new. That one will show that one will show well. Ah, this one. Let me use that sample stuff. So I'll say I use other, and let's go to sheets. So let's assume that this is what I'm using, and probably I want to find maybe region, and I see profit, right? And I see what and sales, right? And maybe I make it in descending or something like this, right? And I want to see the comparison, so profit. So I can overlay the two, right? I'll put some sales in front of profit, so profit. So what I can do is I can draw this, right? And when I draw it, change it does this thing is going crazy. So what I can first convert everything to a bar chart, right? So, but we don't really understand what's going on properly. So to understand better, what I can do is let me first synchronize it so I've synchronized it. Right? We have synchronized it now, it's working fine. So I can change this one to the grant that I want it to be, right? I can say profit. You can say profit is green, right? I chose green now, right? And let us say do profit green, sales blue, right? Let me use the color that. So what I would do is this. I'll just reduce the size of this, right? And the profit, the size is there. So I don't know. So yeah, so I have this for the profit. So you see this, but if I change the orientation, you can see it's even better this way. And I can increase the size of this. Uh, there is more. So you see, this is the profit. This is the profit. This is the profit. So this is a combination. There is like, well, of course, the sales is high, but you see the profit is high. Also, so this is a way to like maybe do like a comparison. It's a good one. Way to do comparison. You see, if I change it also to line, but I don't really like line for this kind of, because most times I use line, especially when it's relation to year or date, when it's relation to date. But when it's in relation to things like this, especially something like this, I've used the Gantt. Now on some, if you go to advanced level, you can do it that from year to year will be white, and this entire part will be like, say for example, though they're not going to use a bar, they'll use something different. Yeah, if you go and do something that's more advanced, so you can have something like this. So this is profit, and this is this under it. So you can have something like that. Maybe for example, let me see. So yeah, you can have something like this. But there's a more beautiful way when you go to the advanced level to do it. If you go and check videos on YouTube and stuff, you can have a meter that is filled up, that is filling up. So the entire button is white, and this thing is filling up to meet it. So yeah, so and this can also, this also, it's a good visualization if you look at it. So it depends on how you play around with your stuff, with your colors and your, the colors and the charts. So yeah, so it's a good, and you just remove all the background and you see that it turns out to be a good chart at the end of the day. So these are some of the things that you can play around with, right? And for that's in regards to this. You can also look at profit. You can also look at discounts, and even the region. You can still look at. You can drill down. So you see that you can drill down to products or segment. Yes. So you can drill down to segments. You can drill down to, but that will be a lot. Products, you see, too much. So let me not put it. So you can drill down to segments. It says customer segment, corporate segment, home office. You are drill down to segments for each and every one of them. But now, what are we seeing? We can see that this one does not follow in descending order. This one does not follow. This one does not follow in descending order. Did you get this one does not follow? Okay, this one does not follow in descending order. But the entire total follows in descending order. So this one has more profit than this one, then next to this one, then next to this one. Do you understand? But the either one does not follow in descending order. There is a way to do that. To follow in descending order. It's also advanced. So these are some of the things that you can go and find out. Or maybe we can have a call and I can show you. You do it with parameter. And that's what I was telling you about the last time, when you are doing when you were talking about the stack. I don't know who asked the question about the stack bar. So this parameter that I used to use, so to make it dynamic, to call forward the things that are forward and that you need, that to make it in descending order, to make sense of it. Because this one, you want to have it in descending order, you want to make sense of it quickly, so that like just by looking at it, you can make sense of it. Now, okay, corporate is the one with the highest profits in this place. Do you understand? Yeah, home office is the second highest. But yeah, it has arranged the customer, corporate, home office, customer, corporate, home office. It is dynamic. It is not dynamic, it's rigid. So you want to make it dynamic. So I don't know if do you get what I mean now? Rather than having this one that you have, I, I can see it here, but I can't really compare it. But when I see it on one another, then I can. It's easy to compare. So I think I prefer this visualization to this visualization. So I'd rather do something like this than do this other one. So I don't know if we have more questions. Do you understand what I mean?
No.
Huh?
See, from my end, no.
No, okay. So yeah, so you have all this data that I've given you, and you can do a lot of things with the data. Right.
I just want to ask
Okay.
that if let's say we've been working on a particular book with on two books with similar data sets, is it possible to import sheets within among like two sheets? I mean, two workbooks.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I've not done it before.
Like we have I just want to explain for like we have in Excel. If you want to move a sheet or copy a sheet from another Excel another sheet, I mean another workbook entirely, you can do that by importing the sheet. So with Tableau, is it possible?
I've not done that before. I don't know if it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I get you right, you want to import a sheet from here without the data being in that place. It's not, I don't think it's possible.
It's similar, it's the same data set. You know, we've been using list of companies. We've used list of companies for like to create like two different workbook. So let's say I want to I've worked on a particular.
Just copy it and no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I do that. In fact, your Tableau public is limited to the things that you can do. So you can only even you can't even save on your system. You can only publish it. So you need to get the desktop to be able to save on your system. And the desktop is expensive. But like I said, if you're a student, yeah, if you're a student,
So I
you have
don't know what's
yeah,
going on here. I can save on my system, and
no, you
I've been
can't,
saving my work on my system.
and it's public.
Ah, maybe
It's
if
not
I
public.
share you,
It's
if,
not public. It's desktop. If it's public, you can't save on your
mm,
system. See, look at. Let me show you.
Tableau, what I can see here is Tableau Public Book One. It's
And
public.
that look at see. Can you see that? Can you see the save to Tableau? Save to Tableau as. Do you see any other save? Yeah.
No.
So you can't save on your system, no. But you can save. You can publish it. So if I save as on Tableau public, it's going to the to my
The
account,
server.
to the server,
Okay.
and not to the server itself, to the Tableau public publish online. So that's why I'm publishing. But if you have Tableau desktop, it will show you the save as, normal save as. You save as. Do you get? You do normal save as, you save as. So these are
Then I have desktop because I have save to Tableau Public, and then save as, then
exactly.
save to, yeah.
Exactly. If you're a student, you can get that. You just it will give you a code for a year. I
Okay.
think my own has expired because I used it for well. Mm, so you can do that. So these are some of the things. Therefore, this one, you can do top customer in terms of top customer, top. You can do so many things. Mm, top products. What can you look at again? You can look at so many things. You can look at the discounts. You can look at so many things. You can see, these segments. Okay, you can also have categories under the segments. You see, this me drilling down further, and we can see the ones that are losing money. You see, you can see the ones that are losing money. Things like that. This subcategory, right? So this subcategory, you can also have the where's category. Yeah. You can see where money is going, furniture, and you can go and check the reason. So yeah, so these are some of the things that you can do. Yeah. So this is me drilling down. So from region to segment, from segment to category. So for for this category, the under consumer, there is a different category. So it's furniture, office appliance, and technology, but it's under consumer. Do you understand? So under corporate, there is furniture, office supply, and technology for consumer. There's office supply, furniture, and technology for corporate. There's furniture, office supply, and technology for office, for home office. Did you get it? So that those are the this is me drilling down. If I'm drilling down, like I said, I'm drilling down. So under furniture, bookcases, I'm drilling down. I'm drilling down. So I'm really looking at it. Okay, home office, furniture, bookcase. I'm looking at technology for home office. That's where I'm losing money, you see. Under machine. Here, consumer table. Consumer table. I be corporate, tables. Home office too is losing to tables. So so these are some of the things that you can do. You can drill down, keep looking. So do we have any more questions? So, but if you create a rapport with me, if you send me, okay, no, that will be. So I don't know if you have we do we have I answered all our questions. Then I can joke around a little bit. We can stop recording and joke around a little bit. Call it a night.
A lot of questions, sir.
Okay. So I do sir, you can stop recording. I do sir has gone to sleep.
Paradise is paradise. Not
Oh
paradise.
paradise. Oh paradise. Paradise. Do you want to stop recording? Okay. The paradise has gone to sleep. Paradise will not let me joke around. Okay. Anyways, so if you reach out to me on a lighter note, if you reach out to me on Telegram, just send me a message. I will check it. I don't know why I missed your message, but for next time I'll check it. I'll check the message. And you can always get my number on WhatsApp. Once we get to know each other, you can always get my number. You understand? So
All right, sir. Yeah.
that's not a problem. I can always get on the call with you on WhatsApp.
Thank you so much, sir.
No,
Appreciate it.
no problem. I think they just do it for people's number is this place is a big deal. With your number, a lot you can do a lot of things. You can commit a lot of atrocities. So I think that's why we use Telegram. Telegram is safer stuff. So,
Okay, sir.
yeah. Okay. So that's me. There's a message in chat.
Oh, okay. It's paradise. She's unable to speak. Where she is
But
very.
Paradise, you can you can stop recording now. But you are not stop recording.
Let's just